In this video, we'll take a look at how to create subjects for your scholars. We'll go through the subject overview card, navigating your subject manager, and how to create your subjects. Let's get into it. On the side, you'll notice there is a subject overview. This will help you to keep track of how many subjects your scholars will be learning and you will be teaching. So be sure not to overload yourself or your scholars. From here, you can enroll your scholars and update the status of your selected subject to be active, planned, or archived. The subjects table, which will provide you with a breakdown of your subjects. Use the tabs to navigate to different tables. The subjects you are doing right now will be in the current section. If you want to plan your subjects for the next semester, you can start putting them together in the planned table. When you have completed a subject or no longer wish to teach it, there is the archived subject table. This is where you can permanently delete the subject or put it back on the rotation. If you ever need to edit a subject, simply click on the Edit icon. Click the Add Subject button to get started. You will have to enter in some basic information for each of your subjects. Check your exit pathway is correct and add a grade level. There are 3 ways to create a subject. They are quite similar, so we only need to go through one option together and you'll be able to do the rest. Firstly, you can do it from scratch by selecting the Custom option. Now, this may take a bit longer, so we'd recommend using this way if your subject is on the smaller side. But it's perfect for families that enjoy making their own unit studies. Next, you will be able to create subjects from templates. There might not be what you're looking for, but we're working on adding new ones as often as possible. Today, we will create a subject using the Generate option. We will upload a photo or PDF of the table of contents page of our resource book to generate our subject sections. But before we get there, let's add some basic information for our subject. Here you'll add your subject name and description, anything that will help you remember what this subject is all about. You can add in the curriculum provider for the subject if you want to. Next, you can use the hours calculator to see how many total hours you should be spending on this subject. Then, set whether the subject is graded or has a credit score. Click Save, and let's begin creating our subject sections. Drop files here, or click to upload a file or an image. You can add more than one file. Click Generate Text to let AI do some heavy lifting. Depending on how big your files are, or how many you have, this may take a little while. Now that the text has been generated, let's double-check that we are happy with the structure. Think of an H1 tag as a folder. This will be the main subject section. Marking text as an H2 and an H3 will create subject sections under an H1 folder and will look something like this. As a bonus tip, adding in text marked as a paragraph will create section descriptions. Depending on your table of contents, you might need to tweak this. But when you are happy, you can move on. Now we can see that our subject sections have been created. Here is where you will essentially make your subject's to-do list or lesson plan. Try to set it up in such a way that you have manageable sections to work through. Add a description to any subject section that you want to add extra info for or leave yourself a reminder for. For example, here I want to make a note of which textbook I will be using for this subject. You can also upload any worksheets, tests, or other resources you might need to complete that section later. You can reorder, add or delete subject sections. You can do the same for subsections. Everything will load in a collapsed view for easy loading purposes. You can expand sections as you need individually, or you can select Expand or Collapse All. You can save your progress as you go. We know it can take a while to set up subjects, so you can always come back to it later. Your subject will remain in the plan table until you move it to your current subjects. And that's all there is to it. Happy homeschooling!